Hello, everybody, and welcome to day number 9 of our 15-day diary tour. Today, we hit Trinidad and Tobago, but we want to start off by thanking every single person that has followed our journey so far.
Yeah, it's really exciting that people are with us and are actually looking forward to our next day. So thanks a lot for being with us.
Yes.
So, yeah, Trinidad and Tobago. Well, actually, we went to Tobago.
We did, yeah, yes, it wasn't Trinidad, was it? Just
No,
Tobago.
just Tobago, unfortunately.
But I don't know about you, Mike, but I've always wanted to go to Tobago.
Yeah, I know. It's just one of those places you hear when you're young and you just think, oh, I'll never go there. And I'm there.
But
we were there.
We did.
Top deck.
Oh, top deck, yeah. Obviously, our usual at the back of the ship to watch the arrival.
Remember, as we were coming in, you could see those little beaches.
Oh, yeah.
They looked amazing.
It looked lush.
And interestingly, we had a new captain come on board for the second week.
We did. He was a bit sterner.
Oh, and he liked to talk over the tannoy.
Oh, and tell jokes. He told a lot of dad jokes as well. A lot of nautical-themed dad jokes.
But remember, he gave a warning to everybody about the sunbed situation. He made it clear that if you were gone from your bed for more than an hour, all your stuff on your beds would be taken off and put on the side. And I don't know how they police that, though.
I think it was more of an idle threat, if I'm honest. I don't think they can police it. It'd be too hard.
Anyway, 8 o'clock, we looked, and there were very few sunbeds taken.
I think the message had sunk in.
So I think the message had sunk in. So when we were, if you remember last year when we were on Discovery,
oh God, that was terrible.
If you weren't there at 6:45, you wouldn't get a chair on the deck.
Which is naughty, really, because let's be fair, on a sea day, people were getting up at like 6 a.m. to put their towels down. And of course, Mike and I, on the first tour we didn't have towel pegs, so we couldn't because we would have lost it in the wind.
We learned, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
So that seemed to be having a big sort of factor that people were taking notice of it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it'll be the same on your cruise.
Well, hopefully. He was a good captain, to be fair. But anyway, back to Tobago.
Yeah, what did we do?
So we had a few. So we had a tour lined up today, didn't we? It was on was it on the East Island? East Island?
No, we were doing Tobago South.
South. I'm rubbish at this sort of stuff. And why do I even do this? Oh.
We paid £42 each, and it was advertised as a 3-hour trip.
So, as we described in the last video, it was a very strange welcome party to Tobago. It was quite scary for me as well. So as we exited the ship, it used to be mine shift. We came across a welcoming party of men and women who were in full carnival attire.
I thought it was traditional outfits, but I think actually it was probably carnival attire.
It was, because they always had like these monster-esque sort of like characters within it, and they were dancing and they'd come right into your face and they'd be all over the shop.
There was a stilt walker as well, somebody on stilts.
There was.
People singing and dancing.
It was definitely a spectacle, wasn't it?
It was probably one of the better.
It was a great welcome.
It was really good. And then, of course, we made our way to the coach.
Oh, where we met the lovely Leslie. I want to say Leslianne.
Yeah, it's Leslianne. The amazing. I've been calling her, I think, Jennifer, Josephine. I've been calling her all sorts, but it's actually Leslianne.
And she was amazing. She was our tour guide, but let's just say she wasn't just a tour guide. She's a tour guide with a difference. She could sing. We solemnly declare, side by side we stand.
She was amazing. Leslianne was the type of person that you're happy you've met in your life.
Oh, I so want to know her.
She is the sort of person you would really want as a friend, because if you were having a down day or a bad day, you know that she would lift you up and, get you happy again.
So we got on our bus, which again was lovely. It was air conditioned and lovely. And we started to have a tour around just the town by the port. And Leslianne decided to show us her skills, and she serenaded us all the way with some songs, as we will play you a quick clip now. In the eyes of hope and prayer. And then
She took requests as
she
well.
Did. I gave her a request.
I gave her a request. I asked her to sing Island in the Sun, and she knew it.
She did. Honestly, because I think her day job, well, that wasn't a day, but her other job, her side hustle, was she's an actual hotel singer. So she genuinely had fantastic gospel voice. So any song was not a challenge to her. She was amazing.
Remember as well, she tried to teach us some local language.
It simply means, come let us go down the road. Come let Awi, that's us.
I can't work it
I
out.
can't remember it.
She was telling us their local dialect,
Yeah.
wasn't she? And like trying to get us to work it out what she was trying to say. But
I didn't have a clue. I didn't guess anything.
But it was fun. It was engaging.
It was
wasn't
funny and a little bit different from the normal tour guide that just.
It's boring,
Keeps-
mundane. This
yeah,
is so and so. This
yeah,
is so and so. She even told
She
us some
was
great
fun.
facts about KFC, which I found fascinating.
But anyway, our first stop,
Yes, onto the fort. So it was close to the town. It was
It
just
was
up
it.
the hill.
Fort King George.
Fort King George, and
At the fort, you've got the cannons and you've got beautiful views out towards the ocean.
yeah, I was too busy selfieing everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, it was beautiful. And the thing is, it was a bit difficult because when we got there, she told us we had 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And there's a museum there. And we thought we just haven't really got time to go in the museum. We were more interested in getting the outside, the cannons,
Yeah, because if you remember, it was
fort.
it was such a beautiful place, but there was layers to it. It was a bit there and a bit down there and a bit over there and a bit over there. So 20 minutes wasn't long enough because we wanted to go and get basically, there was one viewpoint back of the ship. But to do that viewpoint, you almost took about 5 or 10 minutes off your time just to get there. So it wasn't enough time. We didn't go in the museum. My friends did. They went in and said it was really good inside there, but you can't take photography, so we didn't want to go in. And then it was back to the bus.
Back to the bus and off again.
On to the next stop.
And more singing from Leslianne.
Which I loved. I would just sat on the bus all day, listen to her.
She sang my mother's song, I Will Always Love You, which was
very cute. So where do we go next?
Stop to the Mystery Tombstone.
Oh, yeah. That was a bit weird.
Yeah. There's a tombstone, and I think it is a tourist attraction, and it's got an inscription that's really a little bit strange that nobody can work out.
So the inscription on the tombstone reads, the remarkable inscription of this tombstone erected to the memory of Betty Striven, who died in 1783. Reads in part, she was mother without knowing it, and a wife without letting her husband know it, except by her kind indulgences to him. And I think it's baffled people for a very long time, isn't it, this tombstone?
Yeah, apparently so. I mean, can you work it out?
No one can work it out.
No one can work it out.
I mean,
so,
it's a bit cryptic. I mean, it might not be a tombstone. It might be a clue to pirates' treasure. Who knows what it is?
But it's baffled people since 1783, did you say?
Yes. And of course, the next stop, Fort James, wasn't far from here. It was literally just a stone's throw from the tombstone. We were able to walk across the car park to it.
It was a lot smaller than the other fort, wasn't it? There was a few cannons.
I didn't even know it was a fort.
And was it a really pretty cottage and garden?
Yeah, like a little cottage and a little botanical garden. That was it,
but
really.
Once you got to the cannons and you looked out, the views were quite beautiful.
The views were, because you were on the peninsula, weren't you? You were right on the end, so it was quite high up. You had a lovely view over the coast and stuff. But it just wasn't getting me going, you know?
I think that the one thing that the stops, they'd all been again, we were limited to time there, but you didn't need a lot of time there. They were like, it was almost like, oh, let's just do this. And
I would have rather sacrificed the tombstone, right? Had more time at the first museum and for her to just tell us about the tombstone on the coach.
On the coach, yeah.
Because it was I'm not going to slag it off. It was great. It's just the fact that maybe they could have tweaked it a little bit more to be more interesting with the museum as opposed to little bitty bits like that.
It all felt a bit rushed and a bit, it was good to see these places, but they weren't of much.
But it was redeemed by Leslianne.
Oh, Leslianne, we forgive everything about the trip because Leslianne.
I wanted to come and stay. She's amazing.
And then, of course, and the other thing is we could see a beautiful beach from this location, but we never went to it.
No, we didn't, because there was a lot of hotels. It must be a part of the place where the hotels are on that island, because it was very pretty. And you could tell it had the palm trees, and probably some nice 5-star hotels on there as well. But...
And then, of course, our final stop, and that was the biggest disappointment of all, if you remember.
The final stop on this tour was a place called Store Bay. Now, I was a little disappointed by this. And the reason why I was disappointed, Mike, is because this was probably the most beautiful beach I've ever seen.
Apparently, it's one of the most popular tourist beaches on the whole of Tobago.
But why were we disappointed?
On the coach, we were told you're not allowed to go on the beach. Now, that's a bit strange because I thought all beaches were public. But anyway, Well,
it's going to be one of two things. You've either got to pay for it to go on there, or it's going to be they don't want sand on the bus. And I think it's probably the latter, if I'm honest.
But anyway, the beach was Beautiful.
So lovely. I really
And
want
we
to go on it.
stood on the edge, didn't we, looking at it, so wanting to run in that water, and we just had to stand and look at it.
But we did have something there that we did love. Our friends bought us something that we really needed, and it was amazing. What was it? What was it called?
No, I can't remember what it was called, but it was like a massive, and I mean massive tip top. Can you remember tip top?
But it was real fruit juice. Oh my God, I love it now. And it was only $1 for two of them. $1. It's just like 50 cents, less than 50p for like.
So although we're going to recommend not to go on this trip,
for that.
we would say if you're already booked on it, get these tip tops. They're amazing.
100%. They are amazing and exactly what you need in that heat. And now it's time, I think, that we show you all who the real Leslianne is.
Oh, yeah, the amazing Leslianne. We keep banging on about it, don't we?
We do. Here we go. Here she is.
Just want you to be my guy. Someone loves you, honey.
Yeah.
More than anything in the world.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Myra Travel again. We are on a tour today with Leslianne, should I say, from Trinidad and Tobago sightseeing tours. She is the best tour guide we've ever had, ever. She's been singing to us. She's got an amazing voice. And you do some. You just were singing on hotel as well, don't you?
Yes, I do, and I'm also Calypsonian. So you can look for me on YouTube.
Yeah.
I have songs out there.
Oh,
What's your YouTube channel?
And my daughter is also Calypsonian, Leslianne Ellis.
Leslianne Ellis.
Yes.
So if you guys come to Trinidad, you've got to come
Tobago,
over.
yes.
Oh, is it Tobago?
Yes, we are in Tobago.
Tobago. I've been telling everyone at Trinidad.
Yes,
It's
we are
your
in
sister island.
Tobago.
You come and see Leslianne. She is the best ever.
You will have
Thank
an
you.
amazing time with
Oh
Leslianne.
yes, Tobago, you're strong, strong, strong. All we know is strong, strong, strong. All we look how we nice, we nice, we nice. All we living in this paradise.
We agree with you.
We do.
Take care, everyone,
Cheers, guys.
and bye from us in the
Bye-bye.
beautiful Tobago.
Yay!
So you've all now seen Leslianne.
Wow.
She is amazing. She's so full of like energy. She's just amazing.
She is.
woman.
She's just a really positive, happy friend. You can't help but smile and be happy
Wanna
around
know
her.
her.
I know.
I know.
And I have to say, the trip overall, we were quite disappointed in because we thought the stops weren't very interesting. We were a bit rushed at the stops because it's only a 3-hour trip. And the biggest disappointment for me was we weren't allowed on the beach. Although in defense, I will say to them, it wasn't advertised as a beach stop.
No.
But the whole trip was rescued and was worth it for us because of the wonderful Leslianne.
Leslianne, if you're watching, we miss you.
Leslianne, I have subscribed to your channel. You need more stuff on there. Get more videos. Everybody in the world needs to see your energy and your happiness.
So after a great trip with Leslianne, it's obviously back to the ship for our lunch, which we just had a pretty basic baguette in the kitchens. But
we'll bring you more of the kitchens tomorrow.
Excuse me, interrupt me ever again. So tonight is a very special night because we went to the one upstairs is Latitudes, where we had a meal that I'm going to put this out there now and say was the best meal of the whole ship. And the reason why it's the best meal of the whole ship, Mick, is because how many of them did we have?
We had a second helping, didn't we?
So we basically had our starter, which was the chicken parfait.
I had chicken liver.
Chicken liver parfait.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like pate.
Yeah,
but then
my usual.
But then the main meal was a lamb dinner.
I love lamb.
And we were so bowled over with this meal. It was absolutely amazing. 3 out of the 4 of us in this party requested another one. We had 2 lamb dinners each.
It was beautiful.
It was so nice. Honestly, kudos to Marella for that. It was amazing.
I'm just trying to remember. Did they have mint sauce?
Yep.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did. They had everything.
That's
exactly
why
like a
I had
lamb
the
dinner.
second helping.
And it wasn't even that cheap lamb. It was proper lamb. It was lovely.
It was one of the best meals we
It was
had on
stunning.
there.
Like, it would have blown out all of the signature ones for me.
So, if you have a dinner and you really like it, push for a second one.
Or don't be fat like us. And on top of all that amazing food, we then had someone had was it caramel souffle? No, it was a souffle.
I had the souffle.
You had souffle.
Yeah.
And I think we had the salted caramel sundaes, didn't we? Which were lush.
I was dying for a bit of custard. And it came with custard, so that's why I had that.
I'm ice cream all the way. But then on to the arts house, where you all know we usually stop and have our usual vodka, lime, and lemonade, or for Mike, it's probably some sort of
pre-show
cocktail. No, Mike. And then pre-show drinks, and then onwards to the show, which tonight was...
Oh, it was movies to musicals.
Anything musicals, I'm all in.
One of our favourite shows, definitely.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Oh, they did it only because the end was an ABBA medley from Mamma Mia. It was amazing. Greatest Showman, Little Shop of Horrors. There was all sorts of musical numbers in there, but it was really good.
It was a very, very good night.
Yeah.
Again,
But anyway,
great costumes and great...
let's show a little medley.
Here we go.
The show, we went to the arts house, but we struggled to get a drink, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. I mean, the barman on that night were pretty bad, and the service was pretty bad. So
it was very busy though, because Journeymen were playing.
Well, we went off luckily to look for another drink, didn't we? Somewhere else.
So we went. We had a rare trip to the Squid and Anchor. We didn't
did.
use the Squid and Anchor very much, but we went, and Fortunes were playing, and to me, they're a party band, and so I quite like Fortunes.
Well, I think I was a bit drunk by this point, and I was dancing my head
You
off.
probably were, and they got me in party mood, so I was well ready to go up to the electric rooms.
Yep, me too. I was definitely in the party mood, and I think I was buzzing at the thought of this silent disco, because everybody we've spoken to before that's done it said it's fantastic. Because I thought you just put headphones on and dance to music, but it wasn't. It was a battle, wasn't it?
Oh, it was amazing. I mean, I've never been to one before, so I didn't really know what to expect. But yeah, when it starts, there's two DJs. You're given headphones, and you can listen to either of the two DJs.
You select on the.
And what was it? Was it pop versus
rock?
Rock.
And you got two DJs competing, and basically they're trying to advertise them to get you to listen to them. And it's funny because when you take your headphones off, you can hear everyone singing, but
it's
different
not
songs.
Silent.
It's dead quiet in there, but you give people singing, but different songs.
And it was also quite funny watching people dancing different dances. And then, of course, it wasn't silent because you knew what was on the other channel because people were singing it.
I loved it as well because our friend, who is a little bit shy, had a couple of drinks, and what was the song that came on? Rhythm is a Dancer, and he does the perfect rap to it. He knows it off by heart. So if you're watching, you know, good on you.
Have I got the clip?
You have got the clip.
Should I play it?
I think you should. So that was awesome. And of course, I think
we both danced and danced, didn't we?
Yeah. I was drunk, but not that drunk, because I think I danced so much and sweated so much.
And who was that lady that started dancing?
There was women everywhere.
With me?
I don't think they really got the idea, did they? You know, it was fantastic. Everyone was so friendly that night. Everyone wanted to talk and get involved and have a dance.
It was so much busier than the first night we went to the electric rooms. I mean, obviously, people wanted to go to the silent disco, and it did get busy.
It was so good. Was this the night that I lost money on the casino, or was that a different night?
Oh, that was probably the night.
20 quid in like 10 seconds.
Too drunk to know what you were doing. Yeah. Anyway, we keep making out that we drink all the time.
No, we don't. Only on holiday. But anyway, enough of that. After the electric rooms, where did we go?
Bed.
To bed. Because we were wrecked.
Well, that was a late night for us.
It was a late night for us because we only tend to do really heavy nights when we've got a sea day the next day because we are very active. We like to go out and do a lot of things. So if it's a sea day, we like to have a drink and start to sort of mingle with people.
So what have we got coming on day 10? We're in the beautiful island of Grenada, known as the Spice Island. Did you know that?
It was spicy.
And we had quite a nice, simple day because We will show you the water taxi, and we went to a beautiful beach called Grandance Beach, and it was so simple to get to, but we will show you that tomorrow. We also had a little look around the port, and we started to go into the town, but we didn't really venture too far.
Well, it's weird because the port shopping centre was part of the town, so it's quite big. And then by the time you came out on the other side, you were in the town. Pretty, everything needed, but expensive, I thought.
Yeah. So we'll show you that and give you a report on the internet there. And then it was back to the ship, and we'll show you the coffee port tomorrow because we like the coffee port. And we've got a specialty restaurant booked for tomorrow, which is Cora La.
Lovely.
So join us to find out how we got on there. So thanks for watching today. We look forward to seeing you on day 10.
Yeah, remember to like and subscribe, should I say. And remember to click that little bell as well for future content.
It's a great big help for a small channel like ours.
Big time. So see you later, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.